Hi guys, it's just about 9 o'clock in the evening, just cutting up the bread for tomorrow's bird feeding, drinking a cup of tea, standing here looking across at my solar items, and I can see something happening that shouldn't be happening. It's dark outside. There's a couple of solar rockers going over there, which is right because one of them's running off a supercapacitor that's charged up during the day and it's still going, and the other one's running off a solar light that charges during the day and discharges through the solar rocker at night. But what's happening that shouldn't be happening is that solar tower is turning, and it's just stopped turning. It's doing a bit more, and I've no idea why, because it's turning the wrong way. If there was heat rising in that tower, it would be turning the opposite direction. The only thing I can imagine is there may be a draft blowing round the side of the windows there while the windows are cooling down or whatever. There may be some sort of circulation going on, but it happens to be the opposite direction to the way that the solar tower would normally turn. These things ought to move around if there was any breeze, and they're not moving. Well, that blue thing's moving a tiny bit. So there's no obvious breeze. And yet that thing is moving. I'm not blowing on it. There must be a breeze here somewhere. There are vents at the top of the conservatory. I think they're actually shut at the moment. That's what that little bit there is. That's a vent. And there's one there. But I've never noticed that before. I think I can feel a bit of a breeze. Just a little bit of coolness on the side of my face while I'm standing here. But that's really weird. It just caught my eye while I was having my cup of tea. No, it's stopped again now. And now it's starting again. And it's absolutely definitely not me. No, there it goes again. I'm standing about 6 feet away from it. Zoom in a bit. Where am I in the mirror? Oh, I'm just between. There I am. That's picking up again. That's going almost as fast as it does when the sun's on it. But as I say, it goes the opposite way then. That one's not moving. So yeah, there's got to be some sort of a breeze just there. And it could be because it's getting cold out there, the windows are getting cooler, and there is warmth inside here, so it could be that there's a bit of convection going on with the warm air is rising in here. And the speed that keeps going, I can't imagine it's those two moving, causing a breeze. Yeah, it's going quite fast now. I suppose I could try hanging a bit of tissue paper somewhere and see if that moves. But as I say, these things aren't moving. Right, this has caught my attention now. So what we've got is a bit of tissue paper just hanging down, a thin strip. See if we can detect, oh, I think we can see it there. That's been blown away from the window when that one's turning. And I think what it is, I think we've had a hot day today. The air inside the conservatory here is warm. On the thermometer there, it's about 63 Fahrenheit, about 18 Celsius. I'm just guessing from this distance. I think the warm air is hitting the cold window and dropping, so we're getting a convection cycle. Warm air at the top, hitting the windows, cooling, falling down the side of the window, and just happens to be catching that fan blade. It may even be as it's going down the window and across that slate that the tower's standing on, it's passing through the bottom of the tower because there's gaps in it, and that may be drawing air down the tower at the same time. A Venturi effect, I think you'd call that. So it might actually be accentuating the effect. Don't I live an exciting life? Yeah, it's definitely being blown away from the window ledge there. There's actually a curve on it when you get down to the bottom. I'm having to be very careful not to cause a breeze myself moving around. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's convection. I think it's cold air dropping. And it just happens that because I've got the tower there, we can see it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.